What's up, Lowlifes? It's your boy Rhino, and if you fucking with me, you fucking with my whole crew. Oopie Goopy, General Munchkin Man, Lil Jim Bob, and worst of all, El Dano.
What the fuck was that? You missed me with that one, dude.
You fucking with me? You fucking with my whole crew, dog?
You just come up with that off the top of the dome?
No, it's some stupid shit my kids say.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably some fucking brain rot from YouTube. I don't know. But I thought it was hilarious.
I definitely feel dumber.
Well, guys, we got some questions, but before we get into that, this is probably one of my favorite formats that we do is the Q&As. I just love fielding questions from people, even though we don't usually have great answers, but it's just fun to interact with people. I want to do a live stream. Maybe we do that out at Deadbeat if we can swing it. If a tornado doesn't hit it and we have Wi-Fi or something. Truth just did a live stream. I actually missed it. I was at the beach and he texted me. And I was like, fuck, I missed it. But got me thinking. I was like, dude, we haven't done a live stream in a while. We did one. It was fun.
Yeah.
A while ago, a long time ago. But so anyways, I got off track. But first, before we get into all that shit, first of all, this show is going to be dedicated to Dano and I's grandparents. My Nana passed away this past week, and El Dano's granddad passed away, what, a week ago?
Yeah, about a week ago. Yep.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Grandpa Bliss.
Grandpa
Bob.
Bliss.
Yeah.
And mine's Nana Frost. So they're probably listening to this podcast in heaven,
Yeah.
I like to think. So
Sure.
Nana, this one goes out to you. She would love this shit. Just kidding.
Grandpa probably would too, for the most part.
My Nana would not like this. She does not. She never had a cup of coffee, dude. She never swore. She never drank a beer. She never drank a wine.
No.
Never smoked a cigarette, dude. She was born in the 30s, bro.
Rare breed.
Yeah. Never done any of that shit. So yeah, she wouldn't listen to this. She would be appalled.
Yeah, right. I don't know if my grandpa would be appalled, but I mean, he's the guy who got me into wanting to be in the military and motorcycles. So
yeah, he's probably pretty cool. My Nana was not cool. She was a nice old lady. But if you want to live to over 90, then just don't do any drugs or swear and go to church a lot, and it seems to work. But
why the fuck would you want to do that nowadays?
Doesn't sound that fun. Doesn't sound that fun. So, anyways, we want to. Deadbeat is next Friday. We're leaving for Deadbeat. So first thing that we want to do is put out the info for the ride. I'm going to post about this too, so you don't have to. If you're driving or something, don't bother pulling over because I'm going to post it on our IG. But we are doing a ride out to the Blackthorn starting Friday morning. We're going to be meeting up at 10 a.m. There's a Dunkin' Donuts in Hillsboro, but there's actually two, and we actually ran into this last year where some people went to the other one.
Yeah.
So it's 737 West Main Street, Hillsboro, New Hampshire. It's a drive-through only Dunkin' Donuts, and it's on Route 2029. So there's a big old fucking dirt parking lot next to it. We're going to meet up there at 10. Kickstands up.
Sorry, one thing real quick. You said West Main. It's according to Google, it's 737 Main Street.
Okay. According
Just
to
in
my
case
Google,
there's a
it
West
says
Main
West
Street.
Main.
Really?
Yeah, W Main
Fuckers.
Street.
You're gonna be on Route 9.
Are you on Chrome or are you on Safari?
Apple Maps.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, it's
let's say West Main Street.
Okay.
Yeah, West Main Street. That's fucking
If you see
weird.
people walking around inside ordering food, you're at the wrong one. And this one is about 2 minutes away from it. So it's on 2029. So if you're coming in from wherever you're coming in, you'll hop off 89 onto 2029. Just follow that into Hillsboro. It's drive-through only. And you'll see a bunch of fucking rough-looking dudes with backpacks on their choppers waiting outside in the parking lot. If you don't see any rough-looking dudes with choppers and backpacks smoking cigarettes and probably drinking beers, you're at the wrong Dunkin' Donuts. 737 West Main Street, 10 o'clock. Kickstands up at 10:30. if everybody that hits me up, let me know that if you're coming, obviously, so I can get a little head count going. I know people have said they're coming, but the day of, if you're not going to make it or whatever, we're not going to wait for you. 10:30, kickstands up. If everybody gets there early, we're just going to roll out early. So if you're coming, let us know. Just hit up the page, the Lowlife page. Don't hit up Dan's No Luck page or my Rhino Resto page that I never check anymore. The Lowlife page. Be like, yeah, I'm down to clown, bro, and I'll be there with bells on, with gremlin bells on. So yeah, Dan's gonna be leading the pack. He's gonna or following the pack in the chase truck, and we have a bunch of podcasting equipment and bullshit like that. I'm probably gonna be taking the Softail. I don't think I'll have the Sporty done in time because I picked up a new project this week. You see this big hunk of black shit back here?
Yeah.
I'm making a new podcasting table.
Jesus.
For no reason. I already have one. This one works fine. But
I was going to say.
This one is better. It's 7.5 feet wide, and it's like half moon crescent shape.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I just want to have a spot that's 100% dialed, has everything exactly where I need it, plenty of room, so it's nice and comfortable, that can accommodate up to 4 guests.
Hell yeah.
But have the format, because right now I have fucking microphones all around. I mean, anyways, it's my ADD, and I get wild hairs that grow up my ass, and I have to scratch that itch. And I got to a point with the Sportster where shit started getting confusing, and then I was like, I need to do this other thing real quick. So, anyways, I built it, modified it, and I just painted it today, black, of course. And I'm going to be building that out. So, anyways, I don't even know how I got on that topic, but I'm going to have a new podcasting desk. I'm taking this, because I'm taking the Softail out. So I'm taking the Softail out there. But a bunch of dudes already reached out and said they're coming. Some of the guys that have ridden it with us in the past. It's a good time. It's fun to ride with people. So don't be shy. We're there to help, get your shit in order though. Make sure you have, like, if you bring an absolute fucking piece of shit, like, we don't want to spend all day fixing your bike. It'll be the back Dan's truck, or you'll be calling AAA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna obviously I'm in the truck, not of my own volition, but I'm in the truck. My deadbeat retreat will be shortened. Got a lot of shit going on, but I want to make sure that I'm there for the majority of the shit. So, on the way out, if you have a catastrophic breakdown or something that is not repairable on the side of the road, but repairable when we get to Blackthorn and we have room, we'll throw you in the back of the truck. If it's irreparable and it ain't going to get fixed at Blackthorn, then you're going to have to figure out tow type deal. Because, we're going to have a bunch of people.
Get a call ahead for the U-Haul, secure one of those for Sunday.
And we're not saying that, you have a breakdown or whatever and like, fuck yourself, good luck. Fuck off.
As we drive off, we're just the whole pack.
Right. So we're gonna do what we can to get you going, but we're gonna have some sort of a time limit. We got some places to do and things.
We have some commitments we have to meet. So
right.
But yeah, usually we make it out there with, some minor stuff, no big deal. And if that happens, no big deal. We're there to help you, and that's part of the fun of the ride. So we're gonna ride out there. We're taking the scenic route. We're gonna be going up through fucking Vermont and up in New York and fucking going here and there. So yeah, definitely ride with us. We're leaving Friday morning, take the fucking day off, tell your boss, fuck off. Say, I don't even need this job. I'm not even going to take a fucking PTO day. I quit, bitch.
Yeah.
And come do hood rat shit. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Actually, the rides out to Deadbeat are like some of my favorite times, because once you get to Deadbeat, it's a big party and it's super fun, obviously. But the excitement of going is almost better than actually being there.
Yeah.
Because it's like an annual thing. It's it's kind of our thing. It's been like a Lowlife thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, make it out there, guys. Make the trip.
Yeah, really. Trust me, when I tell you that me coming even just for Friday night and Saturday is a terrible fucking time management decision, I'm really seriously mean it. Like, it's, I'm gonna have to pull
before we started recording, I was convinced that you were just gonna be like, I'm not gonna be able to make it this year. So I'm
literally
glad
until this fucking morning, I was no, I can't make it happen. I can't make it happen. And then I don't know. I think it was Chicken Rick posted something about Deadbeat today, and I was looking at the photos and was like, man,
yeah, dude.
like
Thank you,
I didn't
Chicky
go. I
Ricky.
couldn't go last year. Yeah, I was gonna say that might have been the catalyst or the tipping point, but I don't know, man. I didn't get to go last year, and I had a great fucking time the year before. And not for nothing, I had to do the same thing the year before. I had to take the truck out and beat feet. So, and not for nothing,
Oh,
also
true,
Deadbeat Retreat has always kind of been my nemesis show as far as riding is concerned. So, just for sake of time management and other obligations and shit, Clay's bike and everything else, I'm going out Friday with everybody. I'll run Chase. I'll have a bunch of tools and shit in my truck. You can put if you want to, meet up early or whatever and put a cooler in there. Just remember, I'm leaving early.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
if I take
fucking.
your shit with me, you got to come get it.
You know, also, we haven't ridden with Daddy George. Said he's going to meet up. He's going to come out. He said he's going to get some content. So if you want to be a famous IG biker, he's I think he just started like a media thing. He's doing like I don't know exactly what, but he's doing event coverage for sure. So
yeah, let us know if you're coming.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, once you get there, guys, seek us out. I'm there to have fun. We're going to be doing a belly flop contest. There's going to be a cash prize. All right. And a sign up sheet. We're going to go way more organized than we did it last year. With Loctite was just like, I think we have to do a belly flop contest. Come over to the pool right now. And I was like, well, what the fuck are we doing? He gave me a bullhorn. So this year we're going to do it the right way with a sign up sheet. And I think I'm gonna try to do a free margarita bar if the place will allow us. Or something fun, maybe I'll get a keg. I don't know. Free booze. I'm going to be the one peer pressuring everybody to get trashed. And it's going to be a fun time. So seek us out, come party with us. I'm going to be drinking the entire weekend. As soon as I show up, before I show up, I'm going to have a couple of beers in me on the road, some road sodas.
For sure.
But when I get there, it's on. I'm going to have a cooler full of Modelo's or my new favorite beer, Garage beers. We just tried these for the first time. It's it says on the 12 pack, it says 12 beer flavored beers and fucking 4% alcohol, only 95 calories, which means it's kind of like diet food. So I have some garage beers probably. And we're gonna fucking party our asses off. It's gonna be wicked fun. And it's kind of like the summer closer. Right? There's a couple more shows, but in the Northeast, this is the big blowout show. So
for sure,
make it out. We have a venue for the Idle Hands show. Okay?
Yep.
Got a date and a venue now. Confirmed.
Lock it in, baby.
7/11, 2026. 7/11. That's so easy to remember. 7/11.
Yep.
That's the day of the show. It's a Saturday. And we're doing it at Manchester Harley Davidson. I bet a lot of you guys already knew that. But we decided to reach back out to our partner. Actually, Rowan had reached out to us and was like, we got to do this shit. And we had a meeting with him. And it went very well. And we're going to be doing it Manchester Harley. 7-Eleven Manchester Harley, that's 100 Technology Drive in Hooksett, New Hampshire. I know it's kind of weird, but they just moved from Manchester to Hooksett, and it's basically Manchester. So it's not very far. Anyways, it's right off 93 if you're from the Northeast, exit 10 off 93. Super easy to get there. The fucking space is immaculate. The fucking dealership is brandy fucking new, and it has a huge parking lot. For some of the things that we want to do, we couldn't pull it off without their help. We are going to make a fucking chopper carnival. I want to have a fucking Ferris wheel at this bitch. We're going to have spooky clowns walking around making balloon animals and shit. This show is all about fun. It's
going to be crazy.
Dan said it, and that idea just stuck in my head. Like I couldn't get it out about the carnival. You know what I mean? So we're leaning heavy into that. I want to
Yeah.
have a big like weird entrance with like like a fucking demented clown or something. You walk into its mouth. There's going to be carnival games, carnival food. We're going to be doing all sorts of fucking nutty shit. We have a list that like we were just like sitting down with Rowan like this is probably illegal, but can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do
Yeah.
this? She's like, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and
Let's
she's
fucking
sitting there
do it.
going,
Yeah,
I've got a guy for that. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Just jotting it down like she had an entire page of notes and shit, and she didn't. None of the ideas that we prefaced was she like, I don't know about that,
yeah. Even the
including
ones
like the
that were
performance
like,
side.
yeah, really bad, you know. But
Yeah,
we don't have all the events and stuff locked in. Basically, what our hope is for the show is that we want it to be like when you go to Disney World and you can't ride all the rides because it's so fucking big. We want to pack so much
yeah,
shit into this day that people are like, you leave and you're like, I didn't even get to see that. Oh, I missed that. You know, like so
right.
we're still working on all the events that we're gonna get there. But we want to make it like a fucking carnival. There's going to be a sea of bikes. We're going to have our A side bikes for the competition. We're going to have our B side bikes for the competition. There's going to be fucking wads of cash flying around. There's going to be a riding show. There's going to be an invited builder show. That's your motorcycle shit. Then there's going to be a bunch of fucking deep fried Oreos and fucking carnival shit, corn dogs, all that awesome shit. Dollar beers. Dollar beers. They'd give them away for free if they could, but it's illegal. So beers all day
Yeah.
long. You can't fucking beat that. We're talking to a brewery that's friends with the dealership. We're gonna have an event beer, an idle hands beer made for $1. You don't even have to tip if you don't want to, if you're that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
You don't
should.
even have it's not even required. They do it for the fun, and that's why we decided to partner with them because they wanted to do the same thing we wanted to do, which is a celebration of motorcycles to bring all these cool people together and have a good fucking time. Have an epically good time. We're going to have fucking drones flying around. We're going to have tintype photos, possibly a wall of death. Dan's got some crazy ideas for some drag racing and performance shit
Mm-hmm.
for all you boys out there. I know there's a lot of you guys that like that performance shit. You gearheads.
Show me.
Yeah. So we're going to have more information coming out about all that shit, everything that we're packing into this motherfucker. But 7-Eleven, Manchester Harley Davidson is going to be hosting us. It's the Idle Hands Chopper Compin show, and I'm so fucking excited right now. I'm at the point too where everybody's got their shit going on, and some dudes really dove into it, and they got like they're
Yeah.
fabricating all sorts of awesome shit. I'm trying to keep up with all the stories. Tag us for your progress. I'll put it if we're tagged, I put it on the story if I see it, you know, and everybody can kind of follow along. A reminder: the first cut is in October 1st. All right, so keep that in your mind. If you're going for broke and you're going to win this fucking competition, if you're a chopper god, you want to win, you want to be the fucking king of the carnival. You need to get your ass in gear and show us what you got by October 2nd, because that's when the first round of cuts is going to come. We're going from 150 bikes, 150 hopefuls down to 50. We're cutting 100 people, right? From the main show. I pray that every single person that entered the show finishes their chopper and rolls in 7-Eleven of next year on a chopper that they built for the show.
Yep.
That's my hope. So don't lose
That's the
steam
goal.
if you don't win, because you can still win B-side, baby, and the greatest prize of all, a chopper.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm super stoked. And again, just big shout out Harley Davidson. So cool. That I mean, I don't know about all the fucking Harley Davidsons across America, but Manchester Harley, there's a reason they call them the Kings of the North. They
Yeah.
are cool people. The people that work there are fucking awesome. Dude, Fish Tank, Rowan,
Mm-hmm.
and they got new management too. And that dude was super cool at the fucking the winter swap, which we
Yep.
will be doing a winter swap again. So that's part of this too. I think we're gonna do an idle hands show winter swap for all the idle hands guys in the area.
Right.
So,
Yeah, for
anyways,
sure.
did I miss anything?
The show itself is going to be an all-day event We're gonna probably start at like noonish, and then all the we want it to be family friendly and shit for like the majority of the day. So probably like 5, 6 ish. We're hoping to have like I ain't talking background music. Like I want to put on a show. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping to be able to have like a dedicated like a stage and whatever else, and kind of like rope a separate area off and have like a 3 band hardcore show or punk show or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a mixed build show, just kind of chopper adjacent type shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was the other
Progressive
thing that
music.
we got the green light on was the after party. And that when you're looking at like shows, show venues and shit, like a lot of them, they're like they have a time they rent the place out to you for,
Right.
and we want to make like an all day event. We want to do. I want to do motherfucking like 8 to like midnight. You know what I mean? Like I want you to be able to come with your kids in the morning with your coffee and walk around, do some carnival games, and then shit starts to get rowdy. Engines start revving up. Dudes going down the dragway. Maybe there's some mini bikes there. There's gonna be fucking the beer gals come out, and you're getting dollar beers all day, sweating in the beautiful weather because it's gonna be perfect, 75 and sunny. And then at night, there's gonna be a fucking awesome show with good bands, that Dan's in charge of. He knows the music. Okay. But I also
Yeah, if you don't like
we're
the
gonna
bands, too
we're gonna be
bad.
doing a pre-party and an after party. We haven't gotten all that stuff figured out either. So it's a Friday, Saturday, all fucking day thing. So Friday night we're gonna have details forthcoming as we continue to plan this out. I mean, we got a whole year, but super stoked. And yeah, dude, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be
If we do half the shit we're talking about, it's gonna be the best show I've ever been to.
Yeah, for sure. Especially out here, for sure. We're taking a lot of cues from shows that we've been to, things that we liked, things that we would change, and then the carnival thing kind of started happening, and Rowan told us pretty much right away like that's totally a doable thing, and now it's like that's
She already had someone for it.
It's gonna be the Gathering of the Juggalos Chopper Edition, dude.
She got the Carney hookup, dude.
Yeah. So
yep. Fuck yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
We have got to get into these questions because we already burned fucking 40 minutes somehow.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy. You talk a lot.
I do. I'm sorry about that, Dan. I'm actually really quiet in person though, but if you put a microphone in my face for some reason, I just won't shut the fuck up.
Should have been a politician.
You know what, dude? A lot of people have told me that through my years. Yeah. I swear too much though. And I've been canceled like twice for the things that I've said, so I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's get into these questions.
Fuck kids. Sorry.
You guys came in hot with questions. We have some great questions here. We're gonna do our best to answer some of these. First one I got is a comment, more or less. Oh wait, no, I guess it is a question. Andy Man Word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I met him in person at I want to say the La Spada show or something La Spada. Oh yeah, it was the show when they changed the venue. And he's friends with some dudes that are into some sick old bikes, dude.
Yeah.
He's into some cool shit. So anyways, love the direction you guys have taken the podcast. Straight in a toilet. He didn't say that. Curious if you have an update on Loctite and Grease, what they've been up to. Are they still chopping it? Peace and love. And it's funny, I replied, just wait till next week, because we had, if you guys listened to last week's episode, we had the OGs on, and we interviewed we didn't interview, we just fucking chopped it up with Loctite and Grease. And that was Grease's triumphant return to the Lowlife podcast after 2.5-year hiatus, something like that.
Something like that.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And hopefully you like that, Andy Man. Death Resistance. This is the dude with the coolest Honda chopper in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with high mid controls? Why? Where did it come from? Is it just a weird flex for people who have knees that work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I love the look of high mids. I can't do them because I'm too fat. My stomach's too big. Skinny guys can do it.
Dude, I get cramps immediately. I get cramps up in my groin and no way. I can't do it either. I mean, I think it's a stance thing. I think it looks sick. I'm sure there is an origin. Truthfully, I don't know the origin of it. I meant to look it up. I didn't have a chance, but there were some back and forths there. Tupans _ WTF mentioned that it could have been from the Bay Area, San Francisco, because of all the hills they wanted high pegs to not scrape while turning and stuff. I don't know, the high peg stuff, the high mid peg stuff that I'm thinking of, like when I think of it currently, I see it more on a lot of Asian choppers and stuff, where they got like the tight bars and their knees are like
just
higher than their elbows.
They're
that type deal. It looks sick. It looks tough. It's a cool stance. But I think it's an aesthetic thing, like most things with choppers. I couldn't personally pull it off. No fucking way.
I had a set of high Frisco. They were called Frisco mids from Main Drive, something like that. Anyways, they're fucking awesome. I had them on the shovel for a minute, but again, it's just too fat. If I was skinny, I would definitely run them and fuck my ass. I don't care like how that feels. Like it's such an aggressive riding position. I liked it. Especially because I had, at the time, I think I had some Z's on there. I just had some tight narrow bars, and I had the high mids, and it was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good look. I think that's really what it is. I think it's, and if they're called Frisco mids, probably came from San Francisco. Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's probably the origin of it. So I think Tupans is onto something there. So
yeah. Two Petty Capo. Once I get better at riding my bike, I was considered jockeying, shifting my sporty chop. Is it worth it to do, or should I just let the dream go? Looking forward to your response. Don't let your dreams die, dude.
It's your bike. You know what I mean? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Do it. You get that reference?
Do it. Shia
LaBeouf. Thank you. Good.
Yeah, he's an intense dude.
I fucking love that shit.
I like that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I haven't done it either, but I want to. Definitely. Pipe dream. Probably not on the Panhead, but on the one after that. Just do it. Why not? You know?
Yeah, actually, some sage words from Greece on this topic. I was talking to him about. I've never had one either, and he says that, well, you never see people take them off. You never see people put them on and then don't take it off. And I think it's because once you get used to it, like, I think there's a learning curve to doing that style, right? Like, everybody, if you've ever done it, Tony was just talking about us last time we saw him. He's new to the jockey shift, and it's you get a little squirrely, but then you learn how to ride like that, and it's like second nature. And it's I'm definitely, I believe I'm going to do that on my next shovel. Just try it out, and nothing looks cooler than that on a chopper. Right. So you should definitely do it.
Yeah, clean bars, fucking all. You get the chain. Clutch linkage, all the tough stuff is foot clutch jockey shift for sure.
Yeah. Like you must, actually Death Resistance did reply to that, and he said, do you want, if you want to feel like a bad motherfucker every time you shift, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, when you're slapping that shit back and you're fucking going, like, it must be nothing like that, Yeah. Definitely do it. You can always undo it. That's the thing. If you don't like it, fucking take it off and do something different, you know? But yeah, then you get it. The other thing is you get the jockey shift, and you can customize that. You can have a fucking 8-ball or a tarantula in resin, or you can do all sorts of cool shit. Mm-hmm. So
it's another method of customization for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if he is it worth it to do? Should I just let the dream go? Yeah, like on a sporty chop. They have some weird kits out there for that.
I think Prism and maybe one other company.
I think Lead Sled does it. Yeah.
Okay. So as far as
the Prism one's new, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it's pretty new. They do. Yeah, they have a Kickstart kit now, and jockey shift and foot clutch and all that shit for sporty now. All that stuff's coming out. So um, you don't have a whole hell of a lot unless you're going to make your own. You don't have a whole hell of a lot of aftermarket options for that.
Yeah.
But in this particular circumstance, that might be a good thing because if you buy it and say, okay, it's a few $100 or whatever for the kit, you put it on there, you ride it twice, and you're like, no, never. I'm never going to like this. It's a kit. You just take it off and then bring it to your next swap meet and sell it for most of what you got. But now you know.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I would say too, it's like if you're not sure how to do it, like I'm sure Prism spent plenty of time figuring it out and customize that, you know?
Right.
If you get the money, because I'm sure it's expensive.
Yeah, but not for nothing. Prism's parts, I speak very highly of them. I have a lot of Prism's parts in my garage right now, and they are all very, very, very well made. And as far as I can tell so far, worth what they're charging. So,
oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Just my opinion.
Yep. So do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Fish Tank Whiskey. 2 questions because I am greedy. What do you guys love most about choppers? And if there was ever a biopic about your motorcycle lives, who would you choose to play? So,
who would you choose to play you?
Yeah, let's just do that one first.
Okay, go ahead.
I want Charlie Hunnam to play me.
Stupid. He would do a good job.
I would do oh fuck. The guy from King of Queens.
Oh yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Shit.
Kevin James.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
Yeah, Kevin James. I want him to play me seriously. I think he has the serious acting chops. He just hasn't had an opportunity to do it yet. But he looks a lot like me. He would have to. I've seen him with a shaved head. He looks pretty similar.
I think you should go with either Bert Kreischer or Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, dude.
What? No, I just mean like he has a similar like witty, sarcastic sense of humor. I think.
Yeah,
I think he could play you well.
Bert probably looks the most like me and lives the most like me.
Yeah, is the party guy exactly.
Yeah, so that would be pretty cool. But I don't know if he has the acting chops to do it seriously. And my biopic would have to be serious. It would be no jokes. It would be a dramatization of my life.
Yeah, that's kind of, honestly, as gay as it is, that's kind of how I went with that too. I would personally pick Christian Bale. And the reason is, like, I don't know, I guess when I think about it, like, I just am like a normal blue collar working class dude. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? So, like, what's the movie, The Mechanic and Out of the Furnace and all that shit, where he's like, he's just a normal fucking dude working a badass, like a shitty fucking tradesman job and, you know, whatever. So I think, I don't know, you could portray that well. And I think we're at least similar build and he can do an American accent. So I don't know.
Well, yeah. What was that movie? The Machinist or whatever?
The Machinist.
Where he just fucking, he's just like skin and bones.
Yeah, dude.
He could be whatever shape he needs to for the role.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's like 240, 260 or whatever in Batman, fucking solid muscle. And then The Machinist, he's like 109 pounds. Fucking creepy.
That fucking movie's awesome, though. I remember watching that like way back in the day, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Out of the Furnace, too. If you haven't seen that one, that's my favorite Christian Bale movie by far.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Man. Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Willem Dafoe.
What's the premise on that one? He's trying to find someone's killer or something? Is it like a revenge one?
Sort of. His brother, Christian Bale's brother, he works at like a furnace or whatever, or like a foundry. But his brother is an Iraq vet, and he's all fucked up, and he gets himself into underground fighting, bare knuckle boxing and shit. And there's some fucking redneck from New Jersey, played by Woody Harrelson. He's one of my favorite characters. He's fucking evil, sinister fuck. Willem Dafoe's the guy who sets up the fights and fucking, it's incredible. I love that fucking movie. And Christian Bale has to do action movie Christian Bale shit and fuck everybody up in the end, but it's fucking awesome. Love that movie. So that's kind of, honestly, Out of the Furnace was sort of like, I don't know. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I kiss my kids and my wife, I go back to work out in the garage, and then I eat dinner and play with my kids and take a shower and go to bed. Like, that's it every fucking day. So I don't know.
You send me lots of memes.
My biopic would be,
You send me lots of memes.
Yeah, I do. When I'm sitting in the garage, in between fucking sanding something or whatever. I have a cigarette. Yeah, I send Rhino a bunch of memes.
I wanted to say something about that because there's a lot of dudes and they're like, "Are you sending me a bunch of reels? I ain't gonna fucking look at them." And it's like, dude, that's your friend telling you that he's thinking about you, you asshole. You know what I mean? It's nice.
I
like,
think you
when I
will
get
also
something from
think this
you,
is funny.
I'm like, Dan was just thinking about me. He's like, oh, Ryan probably thinks this is funny. That's nice. So stop being such fucking assholes, guys.
Yeah, dude, keep the tough guy shit to yourself, man.
You
Fuck
don't
off.
have to
I like
watch
seeing
the
funny
reel
videos.
immediately either. There's no time constraint on it. You can just, when you're laying in bed later that night, check out the reel and then send your friend a little fucking lol or something, or a laughing emoji.
Or don't. I don't care. I'm not asking for a response. If you think it's funny too and you want to say LOL, cool. But yeah, don't just. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down.
Everybody needs to calm down. Everybody needs to chill. That's
coming from me.
Yeah. Dan's a pretty intense guy sometimes.
Just chill the fuck out. All right. Let everybody live the way they want to fucking live.
Yeah. Can I live? His other question was, what do you love most about choppers?
I like the individuality that you can be a big walking middle finger. I like that you can do whatever the fuck you want to your bike and there's no rules. It is what it is. Are you an outlaw type? Do you give a fuck about the laws? Do you want to make your own shit and DIY and whatever? That's what I like about choppers.
Yeah, it's I love the DIY aspect. Like, it's about making something for you and fuck everybody else. Like, I feel like the other communities and stuff, people talk about certain parts a lot. Like, oh, you got to get a fueling this and you got to get a fucking, whatever fucking brand. It's more like branded. Whereas like with choppers, it should be like the coolest part that you can get on your bike is something that you made that nobody else has. It's not about like, oh yeah, that's a fucking nice headlight you got from that really nice place that sells headlights. Like, if you make a headlight, that's the best.
Right.
You've achieved, nirvana at that point. Like, once you start making your own parts, that's like when you can't be stopped. I like the way they look. I love the community. I love that everybody that got their shit together enough to be able to afford like motorcycles and the time that it takes to build one. Like, they're just the best people. Like, you can go to, like, we're going to go to Deadbeat Retreat. I could put my fucking wallet on my seat and I know it's not going to get stolen.
Right.
Unless one of the Dyna Bros takes it. But if it's, chopper guys, they don't do that shit. They have a good moral compass. They respect each other because they know how hard it is to do this stuff. And they're the coolest looking bikes. And when you're in a fucking pack of 20 choppers rolling down the road and none of them have baffles and they're fucking loud as fuck and people are all squirrely and looking at their shit fall off, and it's just fun to ride because it's so risky too. Because nobody has fucking inspection stickers. Nobody had I'd say 80% of the people aren't registered. Nobody has their motorcycle license. Like, I like doing fucking hood rat shit. I like breaking the law.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about them.
You don't have to fucking shoot people and stab people in bars on the weekends to be an outlaw, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Being an outlaw, in my opinion, is going by the beat of your own drum. Fuck politics, fuck law, fuck the old men sitting in some fucking chair in your local capital making fucking rules and they've never fucking met you. Fuck all that shit. Just live your own fucking life and do what you want to do and drive how you want to drive and ride how and what you want to ride and live that way.
Yeah.
And that to me is outlaw.
Committing casual crimes every single day, Just do whatever you want and don't worry too much about it. That's what I like about it, That's why I love gas station beers, because it's like, a cop might come by, but what's he gonna do? ACAB, bitches. All right, Espaceta. What was your favorite concert? Performing artist you saw live. I went to This Will Destroy You show, and it was incredible. I don't know who that is.
Me either.
This Will Destroy You. It's a cool band name.
Yeah.
What was your favorite concert or performing artist you saw live?
I mean, the most entertaining show. I think I just told you this story when Clay was up here a couple weeks ago. The most entertaining show I've ever been to live is Steel Panther.
Oh yeah.
Not like a band that I'm going to put on often at all, ever. Like maybe once a year. But I forget exactly the circumstances, but I ended up going to a Steel Panther show out in Hampton Beach, and like they just have the fucking like the '80s hair glam metal rock shit. Like they got it dialed. It feels like you're walking into fucking a Whitesnake concert or something. It's crazy. And it was at Hampton Beach, and it was just, I don't know. It was really cool. It was really fucking entertaining. They're incredible musicians. They play the whole bit. It was the most entertaining set I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know. Favorite concert? Yeah, that's probably got to be it, honestly. That's going to have to be it. That's the most fun I've ever had at a show.
Yep. Mine is also Hampton Beach.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was thinking about it. So I've been to a bunch of bad concerts, and like the bigger the concert, the lamer it is, like I was thinking, oh yeah, I went to like Warp Tour, but it's like just a bunch of cops busting kids for doing cool shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I remember getting like my buddies getting kicked out of fucking like, I forget what, I think it was like a Wu-Tang show or might have been, it might have been fucking a Roots show or something for smoking weed. At like a hip hop show, getting kicked out, like lame shit. But one of the funnest times was that Jizza show that I went and saw.
Oh, dude, really?
RZA, the like when you go to rap shows, a lot of the times they really fucking suck because they have a bunch of band members up on stage, or they'll have a bunch of their homies up on stage, and the guy will be rapping, and then it annoys the fuck out of me. They finish the lyrics, like the backup singers or their boys or whatever,
Yeah.
or they all sing it together. I fucking hate that. Like at the end of each fucking bar or whatever, they'll just say what they're all chanting it. But yeah, the Jizza show was so good because number one, it was super intimate, so really small stage. You could fucking touch them. Like we got a a Liquid Swords CD fucking signed on stage by Jizza, like that intimate. And they had a live band, so they didn't have just like tracks playing, and it was like a chill, like you were watching a band, but it was fucking Jizza, and they were playing like they played like the entire ODB album with ODB's son. It was fucking
I'm so
sick,
fucking mad I didn't go to that. I forget why I couldn't go, but I'm so fucking pissed I didn't.
Yeah, I'd dude, if they ever did something like that. Jizza is really good too. Like of all, I just saw him, last month or whatever, or was it this month? Jizza, out of all those guys, is one of the most refined too, and like technically good at rapping. So like sound quality was just like on point. Like sometimes with rap, they have the beats, playing. They don't have anybody playing the instruments. Actually, the Wu-Tang concert did have a live band, by the way. But
That's sick.
having the intimate setting Hampton is just so much fun, dude. It's right on the water. You got the ocean right there. You could like, if you needed a break to like chill, you could go out and fucking like get some food or whatever, and you're on the deck overlooking the beach. I forget what the place is called. Wally's, maybe?
Yeah, Wally's.
Yeah, Wally's is sick. And the people there, they didn't give a fuck, dude. Like they weren't like being hard asses and shit. Like you come and go as you please type shit. And
It's an old
yeah, it was
biker
just a
bar.
great experience. What's
Yeah.
that?
It's an old biker bar. Wally's is pretty cool.
Yeah, the staff was like cool about like, that was a big thing. But yeah, the quality of the music and the content and all that stuff, that was just like super cool. I'm going to see RZA and Mobb Deep, dude, in September.
When? What?
In
Where?
Boston.
Shit.
Boston somewhere. My boy just texted me today about that. What the fuck? Yeah, Boston, Mass, Citizens House of Blues.
Oh, okay. Over on Lansdowne.
Boston. Yeah, Raekwon and Mobb Deep, dude. I fucking love Mobb Deep.
Raekwon
Shook
and
Ones
Mobb
Part
Deep.
2 is the best hip hop fucking beat of all time. It will
Me and
never
this
be
together,
topped. No
son,
one
your
will
beef
ever
is
beat
mine.
that, dude.
Yeah, dude. One of the best rap albums of all time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even if they
Period.
have sickle cell or some shit, but
So I fucked your bitch. Sorry.
dude, so good. I
Love that
love that.
fucking song.
I love that diss track, but he's dissing everybody that I love because I was
Yeah.
super East Coast like guy, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm
Sorry.
like, ooh, that was kind of a sick burn.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sammy
Ugh.
Kristoff. This is more of a request than a question, but maybe you can do it. I'm curious about garage setup and organization.
It's
Can
a
you
good
guys
one.
show how you do it or have any good advice on how you set up your shop?
This is a good one. I thought about this a bit today. This kind of comes down to what you've got to work with for space. Rhino's definitely going to be a better source here because my shit's kind of all over the fucking place. But for me, doing paint and doing like building and shit in the same building, like if you haven't seen it or whatever, I have like a main one stall garage, and then on the back is literally just like a shed, like a manufactured shed that's attached to it, and there's a doorway. And the shed part is where I do the paint, and the garage part I do prep. I do any of the work that I got to do on any of my other shit. That's where I just sit and smoke weed, like whatever. So the right side of my shop when you walk into the garage more or less is tooling, like working on shit, tooling, sprays, anything with silicone. I keep that as far away from the paint booth as possible because that'll cause some fish eyes and shit. So you got to kind of keep stuff like that in mind depending on what you're doing. And then the left side is like my compressor and shit. Also want that as far away from the paint room as possible. And then I have my workbench on the left, and I have like sandpaper and this big fucking thing. And then I've got like all my tape and fucking whatever in one big thing on the workbench because that's the most used shit. And when I'm doing tape outs and sanding and shit, I need sandpaper and I need tape and razor blades. And those three things are right there in front. You know what I mean? So for me, it just came down to doing a bunch of paint jobs while I was also doing builds and shit and figuring like, I don't need all of this shit to be front and center on the workbench all the time. That can go somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's kind of a trial and error thing for me. But what I want to start doing, which I would take from Rhino, is hanging shit above me. Putting the airlines, running the airlines up above in the rafters and things like that, getting it up off the fucking ground and having it on a reel and having it accessible, having an outlet, having all that shit. That's my next move because that would clean it up a lot. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of trial and error, in my opinion. You just have to be out there and fuck around with it, and
I'll
it's kind of like setting up your tool bag.
I actually took out a bunch of my max line for my air hose stuff off the ceiling because I wasn't after I got done with vapor honing, I wasn't using as much air and I didn't need it at all those places. So I actually have a bunch of fixtures and shit we could get you hooked up in your garage, like plumbed in pretty good, dude.
Cool. I need to like this week or today, I need to order like a really decent water trap because I'm starting to get some water issues going through. Just so fucking hot out. When I'm running the compressor for an extended amount of time, which I do when I'm painting, it's I'm getting some water. So I gotta come up with a better system there.
Yeah. Next time I'm over there, we'll just get it laid out, measured out, and I have all this stuff laying around, like all the hardware and stuff, and I'm not using it. Basically what I have is I just have it going from the compressor. I have a drop like right next to it, and then I have it go to a reel that's in the center of the garage. And I think it's like a 75-foot reel or something.
Yeah,
that gets everywhere I need. So I didn't need like 4 or 5 different drops, but
yeah, that's what I need. And I need to I have the 60-gallon compressor that I used to use, scroll compressor, that no longer works and is discontinued, so I can't get any parts for it. So what I'm going to do is I have my 36-gallon, which is what I've been using for paint for the last probably year, and that's cutting the mustard. So fuck what they say. You don't need an 80-gallon compressor. But I'm also just painting motorcycle parts. So I'm going to plumb the 36-gallon compressor into the 80 or the 60-gallon tank so that I now have that much more CFM running off the same motor, and then hopefully that stupid fucking compressor motor won't be running as much, and that'll help a little bit too with condensation. But yeah, So it's just one of those things, in my opinion. As far as just setting up your shop, it's use it a shitload of times, be out there all the time, and your inefficiencies will present themselves to you pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit of trial and error.
Yeah.
Like it depends on what you're doing, right? Because like it's good, like you do the paint, so setting it up to have a dedicated paint area is a must, right? I don't
Mm-hmm.
need a dedicated paint area. My biggest, I guess the thing that helped me the most in finding what configuration or whatever like is the best is my, I guess the simplest best recommendation that I have is you want everything against a wall. You don't want to have stuff floating around in the middle of the shop. Like, so I have a 2 bay garage and I need the space. So I just, what I found is if I have, it's a 2-car garage and then it has a post in the middle. And I used to surround that post with shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it gets in the fucking way and you can't walk around you want to be able to walk around your bikes on the lift and be able to pull a car in. So that was my goal because I do all my own, anything that has to be done with any of the cars I own, I do all that shit too. So I want to be able to, without having to fucking empty my garage to do a goddamn oil change, I want to have like 2 clean bays, right? So I could have bikes parked and then bikes on a lift, right? And if I have to get a car in there, I just push the bikes out, put the car in. Um, so my biggest recommendation is push everything up against the wall and just have, if you have to get it up on the wall, build shelving up
Right.
and utilize that space. So I have a pretty high ceiling. I think it's like 10 feet. And I had a bunch of shelving and shit like that, but I took it all out because I'm going to be building just wooden shelving across the entire thing. Once I get, I have a little space. I'm building a bathroom so I can shit in there, but, yeah, just get everything again. Like I have my main toolbox against the wall, and that has all my ratchets and all that shit. And then I have pegboard that actually is up against the stairs to go upstairs to the studio here.
Yep.
And I put stuff on there that's too big for uh too big for a toolbox, like fucking sanders and shit like that hang up there, things with
Yeah.
cords, drills, stuff like that. But yeah, just get it against the wall, and you need to have a workplace, but don't make it too big. So you need to have a workbench. But what I found was I used to have tons of workbench space. I had stainless steel workbench, and then I had another workbench, like a laminate workbench. And all that does is it gets cluttered the fuck up because it's just a place to set your bullshit down. And you'll do a project and you'll step away from it. You have to minimize your workspace, so you have to clean up after yourself. So just have have it big enough that you can put a frame up on there, or you have a bunch of parts, you can do a project there, but don't have it too big that you can just leave something and then move down and start another project, because then all you're going to do is that whole fucking workbench is just going to be covered in shit, and then you're going to have to clean up a huge mess. Just limit it, because then it's going to force you to clean up the little messes. That's my other recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely a hose reel. You want to have air everywhere, so air on a reel and then electric on a reel. You can't have the electric, having that, again, I think it's like a 75-foot pull. I can bring it all the way outside and fucking vacuum my cars with it. I can fucking bring it anywhere in the shop, and you have electricity everywhere. So
yeah. Yep. Yeah, shelving, maximize your space. Maximize, like you said, around the walls. I completely agree with that. I used to have shit in the way too. I was trying to, this is my garage, right? It's just a rectangle. I was trying to park bikes in sideways and shit to get all fancy and fucking make it look nicer, and a fucking table that used to come out this way, and the couch was no, it's stupid. Fucking stuff everything out against the walls. Make it so when especially if you're a process type guy, or girl or whatever, like if you're doing this pretty frequently and you're like, okay, I got to make a part now, chances are you're going to start with metal. So where's your scrap metal pile?
Yeah.
Is it easy and accessible? Cool. The next thing you're probably going to do is to make some measurements. Where's your caliper? Get your set of calipers, your micrometers, your fucking tape measure, your scribes, your fucking hole punch, yada, yada. Put that all in one spot. near where you're going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make it efficient as possible, step by step by step. Hey, I have to start
Yeah,
with
especially
sandpaper.
that's great. I have that for like welding, right? So that's great.
Yeah,
Like that was a huge like to have a welding area is huge. If you're gonna have if you have like a TIG welder and you make your own parts, I would 100%. Uh, I would recommend getting a welding table. It was pretty expensive, but I use it all the fucking time because that's where I do my fabrication. So I have like engines and stuff on my workbench. I have my transmission I'm pulling apart on my workbench, but that is just for fabrication. It's always clean, and I have all my stuff there. So I have my scrap bin. I have a bunch of bins above, and it's well lit. I have my TIG rods, all that shit. Everything's set up, so all I have to do is go over there, and then I can fabricate on that shit. And then I have another bench that has, I have a metal cutting saw. I have a fucking belt sander. I have a fucking wire wheel. I have a buffer. That's where I do all that shit. It's just on
right.
a thin little bench, and all the compound and stuff is right next to the buffer, and everything's just set up right there for what I need. You know.
Yep.
So yeah, good point. Just have the stuff that you use by where you need to, and have a special area for it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's against the wall. So your workbench is where you can do anything. Your welding area is where you just do welding. You don't put fucking greasy shit on there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't take your fucking transmission apart and put it on your welding. Don't do that. Go clean your workbench type shit. You know, like keep it organized, and it cuts down on the amount of time you have to. Because when my shit gets too blown up, dude, I can't fucking focus.
Yeah, I get the focus thing, but I also something that's really hard for me as far as work in the shop here at home is out of sight, out of mind. So like I'll go and order a fucking whatever, these belts for the grinder or this packet of sandpaper, or like I just found 2 entire stacks of assorted sandpaper today that I ordered God knows how long, because as soon as I put it away, it's gone. So I have to keep, it's got to be very fucking easily findable. I can't have, this is my sandpaper drawer. Oh shit, the sandpaper's drawer is full. Now I have to have an overflow drawer. The overflow drawer is over here. I'm never ever going to remember that overflow drawer. I'm never going to check it. And when I do, it's because I'm looking for something very specific. And then when I open that up, I go, holy shit, I have a ton of sandpaper in here.
How organized is your like toolbox? Are you like a guy that just throws everything in it, or do they have little compartments? Or
the toolbox in the garage currently is a fucking nightmare, and it tends to stay that way.
Okay.
I have the stuff in the garage is mainly like I can work on motorcycle stuff, and that's about it. So it's all the smaller stuff. My work truck, however, other than I have a little tote, a little plastic tote or two in the back of my truck, which is like the super common tools, like my filter wrench for the 2 most common filters, 1/2 inch, 9/16 ratchet wrenches, yada yada yada, like the shit that I know for a fact I'm doing an inspection or a repair, I'm gonna use these things. Other than that, everything is exactly where it goes, and that's where it stays. And I try really hard, unless the day kicked my ass and I'm covered in fucking hydraulic oil and dirt and sand and whatever else, I just throw everything into a fucking cardboard box and then sort it later. But day to day, my work truck's usually pretty good. Other than when I drive through Boston and the cobblestones and shitty roads fucking mix everything up all over again. Dude, yeah, it's crazy. So I do my best, but yeah, I try to keep the tools pretty organized. But the garage is it's the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
It's, ADHD takes over, full control over there in there. And I'm, like you said, don't leave yourself enough space to where you can start a project, finish it, and then start another one on the same table. Because that is, dude, I can take a picture and you can see the last 3 projects that I've done. It's like the fucking little partition things when you're in Walmart and you got all your stuff on the conveyor belt and you put the little blue thing down for the next person so your groceries don't get confused. You can straight up see, like, was working on the fence, then was working on the gate, then was working on the Trippy 10 helmet, then was working on the fence. Dude, it's fucking awful. So that is a good tip. Minimize your chances of screwing yourself over.
Yeah, dude. I like to keep a pretty clean shop, but like when you're really working on stuff, it just gets messy. So you're gonna have to, let it go as long as you can stand, and then eventually you come back and clear it up. Like right now, I've been working on the bike, and there's shit all over the lift. You know what I mean? Because I've been using it on and off and taking things on and off. You don't want to put it away, just take it back out. But
Right.
there's fucking anti-seize all over the place from when I did the fucking wheels and the fucking. Oh, by the way, speaking of wheels, you might be proud of me for this. This was the first time that I used measuring devices to actually space the wheels. I did not eyeball it. I did
Wow.
math. I used fucking caliper and
How'd you cut your spacers?
I didn't need to.
Ooh, oh, you got the pre.
So over the years, I've accumulated and made so many different sizes that I have a bin, dude, like a little bin like this big that has like 50 different spacers in it.
Yep.
So I was able to just kind of sit there and find the right sizes that just fit perfect. And a couple, like on one side, there's like 2 different sizes stacked up. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I did it. I actually did like calculations and shit and converted fucking decimals to fractions, and it was way easier. So eyeballing it sucks. You shouldn't do that. You should just take the time and do the math, and it's a lot less stressful, I found.
It really is. It's easier to do it the right way, for real.
It's easier to do it the right way. Yeah,
for sure.
And it's definitely easier to, I would say, to get the material yourself and just cut it to size, because like the spacer kits, you're gonna drive yourself nuts because it's gonna be like a fucking cut hair off, and you're like, what the fuck? Just do the measurements. Tubing. I think it's like 120 or whatever. It's 3/4 inch on the inside and it's 1 inch on the outside. Makes perfect spacer. You can get a tube of that for pretty fucking cheap.
Yep.
And make some decent spacers. Stainless steel if you want. You can even use aluminum. It makes it a lot easier to cut.
Yeah.
I don't like using aluminum, I think, but that like all the places sell it like aluminum, like Lowbrow and TC Bros.
Yeah.
So it must be okay, but
I'm sure it's fine.
I prefer stainless because then you can polish it up too.
Right. I mean, you can polish the aluminum too, but it'll tarnish eventually. But
true.
But yeah, fuck it. They're wheel spacers.
Yeah. All right, we got to move on, man.
Yeah, for real. Right. That was a good question. Thank you, Sammy.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. All right, Loctite, the mayor of Choppertown, asks, what's your favorite memory that involved your chopper as a show, trip, garage night, etc.? Just a memory that made you think this is it.
I remember exactly my this is it moment, dude. It was Deadbeat Retreat 2020. And I remember like it was the rain year. So it was like just barely started hanging around you guys. Like I'm not even sure that you and I had met at that point yet, or maybe we met kind of while we were doing our thing that weekend. But like that was my first time going to Deadbeat. That was my first time really seeing like the breadth of the chopper scene then, the local chopper scene, and like how many people were there and how many hardtail bikes there were and how many vintage bikes there were. And like I'd been to like hard times and shit before and whatever and seen that, and it was cool, but like the camp out aspect of it and getting to meet people. And then I remember standing there, I think Nicky Boy was there, and he's like 6 foot something, and he did a wizard staff of beer cans that was like 3 feet over his head.
I haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Me either.
He's always wicked fun to hang out with.
See him next weekend. Torn in Half is playing Friday night.
Right. Yeah,
fuck yeah. And then Whiskey Throttle William, old Brickfoot Billy, my homie who's originally from Long Island, now from Tennessee, was up on his foot clutch jockey shift, no front brake Evo, fucking smoking motherfuckers in the chopper drags like fucking nobody's business. I mean, he races for a drag team now, so obviously, but it was just all that was going on, and it was kind of like Joel was there and Kevin was there, and I just kind of remember looking around like I'm not leaving this. Like I'm gonna stick around for this. This is only I can only get more into this, and like this is what I want. I want people coming up to me who I've only met a few times and them fucking popping a surprise Adderall in my fucking mouth when I'm not expecting it. You know what I mean? Like that's
looping it.
I want it rained all goddamn fucking Saturday, and Kevin, who is arguably my best friend in the whole fucking world, were trying to get a fire going, but because everything was wet, it wasn't working. We almost fucking killed each other. Wanted a fist fight like so many times. We ended up going our separate ways. Everybody else came back from Walmart, and then everything was fucking good again. And then the chopper show happened, and Rick and Maddie and everybody were out tearing around. It was just like, yeah, this is where I want to be for sure. I'm in on this, and I'm not going nowhere. So,
Yep.
yeah,
I would say the 2020 Deadbeat show is definitely probably the coolest one that I ever went to. Like, it was just like, it was raining, it was COVID, and only the coolest people were there. And we had a fucking killer time. I want to say that, like, my singular event that I was like, this was it, was probably that one as well. I want to say it was my first one where I was like, but it was so nerve-wracking to go solo, and I didn't know anybody, and I didn't, like, it was awesome. And I'd say that one was probably the most life-changing moment, was the first one I went to, but the 2021 was, I was like, this is fucking awesome, dude. Like, everybody that you wanted to see was there. Everybody was like fighting the weather, and despite it all, just having an awesome time.
Yeah.
And it was also during that COVID period where they were like, you can't go outside, you can't congregate. And we were all just like, fuck off. And we got on our bikes and we congregated, and it felt great. The spirit in that one was awesome. And like, everybody partied their ass off. So it's probably that is a singular event. But I wanted, when I really was thinking about it, like, this is it type of deal for me, was a couple of years ago when it was me, you, Loctite, and Grease, and we went to every show, we talked every day, we had our crew, and we fucking did everything together. And that was, for me, I was like, this is as good as it gets, Yeah. Like, that year, that summer was the best summer, I think, like going camping together and fucking the whole deal. I think that was, for me, I was like, oh, this is the best. This is the best it's ever going to get. But
right, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to mention one thing about, because he says something about a garage night here, and it reminded me of something I wanted to say about your garage in Sammy Kristoff's question. I don't have a couch or anywhere to chill. So that is something I want to incorporate at some point. I don't exactly know how, but like, when anybody comes over and hangs out at my fucking shop, everybody's standing up. Nobody can sit down anywhere, and that's a real problem. But like, when you go to your spot, it's like you can have a garage night. People are plopping down. You have extra seating.
Right.
That's a good thing to incorporate if you have the space for it, is a couch.
I think it's damn near essential. You got to have somewhere, not for visitors or whatever, for yourself. I don't know. The garage for me is my hidey hole. You know what I mean? I go in there, whether I'm turning wrench or not, I go in there first fucking thing in the morning to have a cigarette. You know what I mean? And it's, I woke up this morning, the very first thing I did, I threw on my underwear and fucking went outside, had a cigarette, and I double checked my Trippy 10 helmet and made sure that nothing happened to it overnight, because I'm fucking psycho. And,
you sleep naked?
Huh?
Sleep nude?
Especially in the summer, dude. It's fucking hot as shit. They say it's better for you. They say it's good for you to sleep naked.
I feel so vulnerable. Like, if an intruder comes, I have to go and fucking shoot him while my dick and balls hanging out.
I would rather do that. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Get it. Yeah. I guess you have the psychological thing going on.
Yeah, dude. Naked dude runs out with fucking tiny little wiener and a giant shotgun. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Wrong house.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm too old to change now, but
yeah. Put a garage in your shop. I really think, and at least a speaker. I mean, I have a TV out there. I don't ever put the TV on anymore. The Wi-Fi just kind of sucks enough to where, like, if I try to stream a movie or whatever, it doesn't really work. And I don't really want it for the movie. If I put a movie on and I put the volume on, I end up watching the movie. I end up catching myself like I'm supposed to be doing something, and I'll just fucking.
I would be too distracted with a movie.
Yeah, like, I can put it on in the background and then mute it. That's fine.
Music and podcasts are what I do.
Yeah,
to just and I kind of like. I never chill when I'm in my garage. Like I never sit down and just hang out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
I guess I got the spot upstairs, so I got a couch. I come up here and lay
That's
down
true.
and shit, you know. But
That's true.
anyways, leftover raw 4-2. Thoughts on turbos and superchargers on bikes? Worth it, or is it good? Is it a good way to keep your bike on the lift forever? I think they're fucking awesome, but I don't know anybody that runs them on like daily riders and shit.
Right.
That I think it's cool if you're building a bike for like for like racing, drag racing, or for a bike that you want to go super fast on. But I don't think you're putting a turbo on a fucking bike and riding it around all summer. I've never seen it. I don't know anybody that does that.
The only person I know personally that has a turbo set up on their bike is Nate Plum. And
oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, he rides all of his bikes, but I don't know.
I think it's beautiful the way that's set up. That's a piece of art. The way that's
unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable motorcycle.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't have any experience with turbos. I think it's sick. More power, more better. But yeah, I'm not familiar. It's just like
I'd like to do one some year. Yeah.
You can't just slap a turbo on a car either. Like, you know what I mean?
You need to know what you're doing.
You got to know what you're doing. You have to have the right parts. You know what I mean? You have to have force internals. If it
turbos aren't cheap either.
Right. Yeah, for sure. The Trask turbo kits are not cheap. And I'm personally not aware of any other turbo kits because that's not an avenue that I've gone down yet. So
yeah,
if you can afford to do it, fucking send it. I think it's sick. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody, not one person. And I can't even think of anybody like on Instagram that I follow with any sort of regularity that has a turboed motorcycle of any kind.
Oh, you know what?
Just munching miles.
The Iron Mule, he actually replied on this. He said, "Don't think about it, just do it." He had a turbo on his bike at Deadbeat last year.
Oh, that's right. I saw the pictures from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. I think they're fucking badass. And if you can pull it off, fucking send it.
Yeah. Pizza Overlord, the official meme lord of the Lowlife podcast. When are we going to get more music pods? I want to hear more dudes and bands or part of tour life. That's Dan's department. We were just talking about this week or last week.
Yep. Got a couple feelers out there. There's some people that just got back from tour, and that's the thing. It's summer. A lot of people are out doing shows and shit like that. So also we got to try and keep, this might not be something that the everyday podcast listener thinks about, but you got to kind of think about when you want to have a guest on, like, is it an advantageous time for them to be on? You know what I mean? Are they about to come up with new music? Would it be a more advantageous time to wait for 6 months and then they can pump their new album? You know what I mean? So there's a couple of things that are going on, and not for nothing. Like, I'm not a bigwig in that scene either. So it's like, I'm working on it. I'm putting some feelers out there, and I promise we're going to do some more music stuff. I've got a couple that I'm working real hard on right now. So hopefully soon, for sure.
Last question, Pizza Overlord again. If you two were going to slow dance together, who's going to take the lead?
I mean, I'm the Twinkie of the two of us, so it is.
I definitely take the lead because I could dip you.
Yeah, right. I think I have to. I have to.
You physically can't take the lead.
That's what I mean. I
become a wrestling match.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. No, I think I have to. By the laws of nature, I have to defer the lead to you.
Yeah. But I don't dance, baby. I boogie.
Me either. I don't do that.
I hate when people dance.
I don't.
When I see a man dancing, I get angry.
I get jealous.
You get jealous?
Yeah, I wish I could do that.
Nah, dude.
I wish I could be the guy at the wedding that's just like, I don't give a fuck if people are watching me.
I can't stand it. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You're
Having
supposed to
fun.
stand against the wall and mad dog people and drink whiskey at a wedding. Don't be having fun on the dance floor, kicking off your fucking shoes. Fuck that shit, dude. Go outside and smoke some cigarettes like a man.
That's me. That's what I fucking do. And all the weddings I go to are boring
dude. That's why I got respect for you.
Ugh.
I'm just kidding, guys. I don't care what other people do. Anyways, Bougie Billy, our boy. Actually, he was just texting me today. He's got some shit coming up. I can't wait to talk about. What is something you each would like to see make a comeback in the chopper scene and culture?
Make a comeback.
make a comeback. I'd like to see it get more dangerous, personally.
I was gonna say chopper clubs, which that's
Yeah.
kind of what I mean.
Yeah, more seriousness, more danger, more like real dudes that, like I don't I like those guys. I like that scene. I like it to be that way,
Yeah.
Just
I
I
don't.
feel
Yeah.
more comfortable there and it's more exciting.
Right. I'm
I'm
not.
not talking I mean like yeah, like I think you said it best, like more chopper clubs uh where there's like some real motherfuckers that actually work on their shit and they look out for one another and they fucking ride together and
Right.
I'd love to see more of that.
Yeah. I mean, we have La Espada Chopper Club right over here in Haverhill, and we're both good friends with those dudes. Love them to death. Support everything they do.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see. And around here, they're the only one, as far as I know. And it's not even necessarily like Chopper Club, but like, what is it, like the Tramps out west? And there's a couple other ones I can't remember, but it's like they're more like a crew
Douche
type deal. But
LaRouche.
it's like, I don't know. It's like that in hardcore and shit, where it's like your friend group or whatever is your crew type deal. And like, if
Yeah.
something happens, you're not just fighting one
That's
of us. You're fighting
actually
fucking
that's
12
what I
of
like
us.
about the
Shit.
hardcore culture that I've learned through you is like the different groups involved there and I'm like that's cool. Like here's the other
Yeah.
thing is I'm also about inclusivity. I love people like doing their own thing and getting women and children in and like it's cool. All that shit's awesome, that it's
Right.
done that. Um I would also like for a little bit more exclusivity in certain areas though,
Let's
like
put it this way. I believe it was the front man from Conservative Military Image who said this. I mean, I'm sure it's been said elsewhere, but he was the first time I heard it. This is for anyone, but it's not for everyone.
yeah, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that. I just mean the ones who really give a shit. And we've talked about this a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Not the ones who are here because this is an easy inroad to 10,000 followers and being monetized on YouTube and whatever else. You know what I mean? And it's not an easy inroad, but there are certain features that make it an easy inroad for some people. So,
Yeah, I'd like to shut
well,
off those avenues for people to kind of slink their way
just
in. You know what I mean?
you gotta it's like anything, and I don't know. I feel like we sound like truth here a little bit, but like danger, not as in like you show up to Deadbeat and you have one too many beers and you show your ass and you fall into a table or something, and then you get fucking dragged out by your ears and beat the fuck out of, and you get banned and whatever else. But if you've had 15 too many fucking beers and you start doing some dumb shit or saying some dumb shit, or you get caught saying some stupid shit on the internet, and then the next event comes around and you know what I mean, the other side of that coin is staring there in front of you, like there should be some of that respect and that fear, as far as I'm concerned.
I think
You
that
shouldn't feel like you can get away
I'd
with
like to
anything.
see more fighting and more
Nah.
flashing. Those are the two things that are
That's a good
definitely
point.
missing.
That's a good point. I'm sorry, babe, in advance, but there is a lot less like
There's virtually
scantily
zero.
clad. I don't even mean just women. There's a lot less scantily clad people at chopper events.
Some of that sexy plaid.
Bring all the fucking plaid, baby. That's what I'm talking about. No, but yeah, I mean, fucking naked people. What? Someone at Deadbeat Retreat needs to get naked in the fucking pool, the belly flop contest.
Nothing makes me more
out.
happy than that kind of chaos. I like the chaos. I like it when you see someone that like, and again, I'm just gonna say, last year's Deadbeat, there was some dude that was so fucking cocked on his bike in the field that he just laid it down. He kept on dropping it like while he's trying to ride out of this field. And then eventually he just said, fuck it. He laid his motorcycle down, fell asleep, and we saw him there at like 11 o'clock the next day, still asleep. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
So more chaos, more danger, be reckless, and definitely, more titties out, girls.
Yeah.
Where did all the feminists go? You know what I mean? Espaceta. Also, by the way, I'd like to see some more dicks out too. Not for me, but for the ladies. They're flashing their tits. You can show a little ball.
Freedom's freedom, baby.
Yeah. And friction's friction. Espaceta again. What would your last meal be? Mine would be a honkin' plate of shepherd's pie, broccoli, cheese, and bacon bits made with corn, not peas. Maybe an unpopular opinion. Yeah, I ain't eating fucking broccoli, dude, for my last meal. Oh wait, no, broiled cheese and bacon. Okay,
No.
I can't read. I thought you said broccoli, and cheese, and I was like, dude, the last thing you're gonna eat is a plant that smells like farts when you steam it. No, thank you.
I'm telling the warden to go to the nearest gas station and get me every sweet that they sell.
That's your last meal?
One of every one. Give me all the gummies, give me all the chocolate bars, give me all the fucking Monster Energy drinks and shit. I'm going to sit there and yoo-hoo and fucking all that shit. Doritos, give me all junk food. I want junk food. That's my last meal. I want to go out fucking sugar crystals coming out of my fucking pores. And like the strongest marijuana you can possibly find.
Yeah. I was going to say my last meal would definitely include a bottle of like really expensive tequila. I'm assuming my last meal is not in jail. So if I'm like, I don't know, I'm going to euthanize myself or whatever, I'm going to get myself like the most expensive bottle of tequila straight up on the on the rocks.
Wait, hold on. Why would you assume that your last meal's not in prison? I think that's what he means. How often do you know it's your last meal if it's not in prison?
All right, so we're on death row.
Morbid motherfucker.
All right, so I'm gonna ask for a bottle of tequila. I'm drinking the whole thing. I'm going out. I'm gonna be cocked, dude. All right. And then I would probably, I mean, if it's in prison, I'm gonna have a huge last meal because I want to pop when they throw the switch.
I want to beat the hangman. I want to fucking I want to develop and die from diabetes before I get there.
I'd probably, dude, I don't think there's any better meal than like a cheeseburger and French fries.
Oh,
I think we perfected food. Like that's the best food on planet Earth is a cheeseburger and French fries.
2 seconds. Krista's in Cornish, Maine was up in that area with the family for a little summer vacation this past weekend. Krista's in Cornish, Maine, the best cheeseburger I've had in my life, period. Literally. Hands down.
What was so good about it?
It was called the Bacon Burger. It had caramelized bacon, but it was like a fucking half-pound patty, brioche bun, toasted brioche bun. What do you call them? The shoestring onions, fried shoestrings. It had like some sort of an aioli on it. It had like bacon pepper jelly. It was unfucking real, and it was like it was so large and like.
See, and that's what I'm talking about too. I'm not talking about a Big Mac with shoestring fries. I want one of those restaurant burgers that you're like, this is silly. This is big.
I needed a real deal steak knife to eat it. I had to eat it with a fork and knife. Like it was absolutely unfucking real. I had half of it. That's all I could eat. And then we brought it back to the lake house that we were staying at, and we put my son's hot dog and my cheeseburger in the same fucking to-go thing. And then at like 9 o'clock, he's like, I'm hungry. I want French fries. So we pulled them out of the fridge and fucking left it out on the fucking cabinet all night. And I didn't eat the second half of that burger. So, but yeah.
That's the other thing is if you get one of those humongous burgers, and this is why I love getting it when I'm out, you cut it in half, you eat half of it, some French fries, and then the second half you can have later that night or even the next morning or whatever.
Yeah,
perfect. I went up to Woodstock, New Hampshire. Woodstock Inn and Brewery. I love that place. You should definitely, if you've never stayed there, dude, it's wicked reasonable. It has awesome location, and they take care of you like you wouldn't fucking believe, dude. Like old school hospitality. I don't write reviews, dude. I wrote a review last time I went.
That's awesome.
So I went there, and my son, he's fucking 6, dude. And he's rail thin, skinny. He got the Death by Burger challenge. They have a burger challenge there. It's 2 pounds of hamburger. This burger was this fucking big, dude. It was humongous. And I was just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I know he's not going to finish it. It took him like 4 days to finish. But what happened was it takes forever to cook that fucking thing because it's humongous. And but they do have great burgers there. But our waiter was coming out of the kitchen to give us our food, and one of the cooks swung the fucking door open, like a butler door or whatever, knocked everything on the ground. Yeah.
Fuck.
So he didn't say anything. He didn't come over and say, "Yeah, I spilled all your food." He showed up, dude. He had a plate of nachos, some French fries, fucking wings, like a bunch of appetizers. And he's like, "Hey, sorry, I just dumped all this shit. I knocked $60 off your bill. Eat all this food. We're gonna cook it right now. Whatever." And I was like, "Dude, when was the last time that's happened to you at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Where someone fucks up and they just take care of you like that? Like, in $60, dude, that's a lot of money to knock off a fucking bill." I didn't make a scene. I was like, dude, you don't have to do that,
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even mad.
Right.
But yeah, dude, death by burger. I don't know what you win. I think you just win a T-shirt and your name on the wall. But
Sick.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, I'm getting hungry talking about burgers here.
Me too. Yeah.
All right, the man who wanders. Is there one builder to rule them all? Who is it and why?
Mm.
I don't think there's one that, like, the big ones that everybody knows. I wasn't like super into their bikes at that time. I think that people have, like, with choppers, people are influenced by that, but then they make improvements.
Yeah.
But some of the best people out there right now that I really like, I'm trying to think, one builder to rule them all. Do you have anybody in mind?
Yeah, rule them all. That's kind of tough because there's a bunch of different disciplines. I'm assuming usually people would go with, an Indian Larry or a Ness or,
Yeah,
something like that. And I don't disagree with that by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a bunch of them and they're all super sick. It kind of depends on what you like too. Like we talk about, someone asked a question earlier about diggers, and there's a bunch of different like subgenres of choppers. So it kind of depends on what you're going for. What's going on right now in this current state of choppers? I think you've got people like, again, Nate Plum. And I'm not just saying that because he's local. Same with Chris from Oxford Chopper Co. I'm not saying that because those two dudes are local because they're friends of mine. I'm saying that because genuinely I've spent hours and hours.
Nate Plum is really fucking
like
really talented.
Really like seriously analyzing, to the best of my knowledge anyways, and just being mind blown by their work. But there's also I forget his name. Give me 2 seconds here. Wisco Speed Shop on Instagram. Currently Ryan Mulhaney. Shout out to Wisco Speed Shop on Instagram. By far my favorite current builder. He's turning out perfect motorcycles. It seems like once every fucking couple days. It's unbelievable. Go to that page. Just that Wisco style chopper is as cool as it gets. And as far as I'm concerned, he's doing it the best at anybody else. But as far as like the big ones, someone mentioned Paul Cox. Like, yes, of course he's in that conversation. Of course Larry's in the conversation. Of course, you know what I mean? Like Cliff Voss, of course, is in the Cliff Voss is
like, what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean? Like, they're not really building unique new bikes right now. I think like
you got 3G Nuck, I guess. You got Ryan Grossman.
I was going to say Live Free Cycle Sales. Big
Joe.
Big Joe, dude. He was at fucking the Born Free Invited Builder. He had a fucking Indian Harley. That shit is so fucking sick. That came out so nice, and what a cool concept. I know he's a big Indian dude. But yeah, dude, I really like what he's doing. I was actually I was poking around on his website this week because he does the titling service and stuff.
Yep.
And I was looking at some of his past builds, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, really talented dude. I'd love to get him on the show, but he looks like he'd probably beat the fuck out of me if I asked. The other guy I always mention this, but I'm always so impressed with chop ahead shit. Like when you get to see it up close, it's fucking perfect, dude. There's not a streak of grease. There's not a run in the paint. Everything's fucking perfect. He runs a tight ship.
Yep.
And he's always built cool choppers. Like if you go back and watch the chop ahead videos and stuff, the shit him and his crew are riding on, they're fucking awesome bikes, dude.
For sure.
And what he puts out. So I'd say like one of those guys. And then obviously I agree, like, Long John Chopper Co. What he did with Bubba's bike, dude, I think is one of the coolest bikes I've ever fucking seen.
Yep.
His long bike, dude, I saw that at Cheap Thrills.
Mm-hmm.
One of the nicest fucking bikes I've ever seen. But yeah, Nate Plum is really impressive every time we get to see him. When you see it in person, it makes a huge difference, you know?
For sure.
Like I can post my fucking shit builds on Instagram and they look decent if I have like the right lighting. But when
Right.
you go and walk around a chopper and you're like we're talking about the turbo and you're like, what the fuck even is this? You know, like all that
That's
custom stuff.
the thing about him too is he's so humble that like unless you ask him about it, he's not gonna tell you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's not gonna be like, "Hey, look what I did to this." He's just gonna do it. And if
Yeah.
you pick on it, you pick up on it. You pick up on it.
And the other, you know, and then of course Oxford Co is just like
yeah,
I love
same
those
deal.
the just tough ass bikes, just like not like overly done. That's the other thing is like I don't like fucking bunch of weird shit on a
Right.
bike, you know? Like I think it's cool as fuck, dude, you know?
Yep.
Like I see like crazy fully molded bikes and stuff and I'm like the amount of time and love that went into making that and all the paint and all that shit, it's so impressive, but I wouldn't ride anything like that. I like bikes
Yeah.
that, you know, are kind of more utilitarian and those are just you have to once you get it, like those guys just kind of I don't know. I like the again the technical stuff is like we're talking about with the turbo and stuff and doing all that custom shit and then integrating it. I going up to a bike and being like, what the fuck am I even looking at here?
Yeah.
You know, type of thing.
For sure.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, being like, oh, that's what I'm looking at, and it's actually kind of not that crazy. You know,
Right. Yeah.
it
When
was
you
just really
understand
well
what's
done.
exactly when you understand what's happening, you're like, oh, it's just a different way that they went about it to work around this in the frame or whatever. And that's the shit that really piques my interest and gets the gears going for me. So yeah,
You
big
can
shout
do
out to
too
those two
much.
dudes. And you also have like Ryan Grossman, you have the ones like the real crazies, like the top of the tops, born free, invited every year. Like he had an entire fucking propane setup on his fucking bike so that he could shoot flames. And I thought he had like a fuel injector type deal, which they used to do in hot rods and whatever. But no, he has an entire propane setup. Imagine
Yeah,
going down with a propane tank and it fucking blows up.
actually
Like
makes
that's your
it,
last day.
that reminds me too. Fucking Mikey Machine.
Yep.
Actually, those fucking three guys, Mikey Machine, Nate Plum, and Chris, just went to Sturgis together. Those fucking
Yep.
bikes were beautiful, dude.
Yeah. And you'll notice very, very infrequently did you see any of those three bikes on the side of the road. Those dudes do not fuck around. Like, don't bring your broke ass shit. Like,
I
those
think
dudes don't
Nate
fuck
posted
around.
something like he did like 5,200 miles, dude.
Yep. On a
Oh,
bike that he finished like 2 days before they left. He literally was posting that he did that like that hammer whatever finished paint on his frame like 5 days before they fucking rolled out and he made it to Sturgis and back. So that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. You might not know those dudes. They might not be household names if you're out west or whatever, if you're overseas, but they should fucking be. And honestly, their own humility, I think, is probably why they aren't household names yet. You know what I mean? Like they absolutely, when you really get down and look at these bikes, they're as good as anything else that's out there. Period.
You know what? I gotta say, I'm on a northeast tip here, but dude, Junior
Burke. I was gonna say Burke too. Literally, I just had the same thought. Burke's bikes.
those guys are all in the same camp where they're just like they're dudes that they know bikes really well. They're really good at building them, and they have the aesthetic that we like, where it's just like you're not slapping lipstick on a pig. You're making, you know, you're using foundation and you're blending it in, and you're just like, wow, that's a really pretty pig.
Yeah. Like I've said before, I'm pretty certain I've said this on this podcast, but I will never forget this interaction I had with Junior. It was actually right before the swap meet we did. And we were talking about that beautiful fucking shovel head with the rose painting and stuff on it. And he was talking about exhaust mounts. And he was like, see if you can count how many exhaust mounts there are in there. And I stopped counting at 8.
Yeah.
Like, that is a bike that's built to not fall apart. You could lose 7 motherfucking exhaust mounts and you still got one. Yeah. That is, I mean, the old standard, you should be able to stand on your pipes. You could fucking put a bike on top of his pipes. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
and it looks sick. And it works fucking
It looks good. It's not overdone, but it's really functional and utilitarian. And that's what I strive to be someday is I want bikes that don't break down.
Right.
And I take great care, and I don't break down all that much. You know, like there's dudes, I won't name any names, that we ride with sometimes, and they're always on the side of the road. It's always something. They're always broken down, you know? And I always strive to be able to I want to ride. I love to ride. I don't want to be broken down on the side of the road. That's like, you know, so taking care when you're building things and thinking about how you're going to service it, and just like, yeah, you can get away with a single exhaust mount, but like if you ride the fuck out of these old bikes, dude, they vibrate like hell. You're taking them on fucking God knows what kind of terrain. Like, you want them to be able to be durable, and you want them to
Right.
be fucking, for longevity. But yeah. So those, I would say, all from the Northeast, but probably a little bit biased just because we get to see these bikes in person. And
Right.
I think that when you poke your fucking head in there and you're looking up under and you're looking at things and you're looking at specific things like how you mounted the exhaust, and oh, that's a great idea and I hadn't thought about that. That really opens it up for me. But
Mm-hmm.
those types of bikes, I think the Northeast is really, really coming out hard, dude. Like all these young guys that we just mentioned, like putting out killer bikes consistently, by the way, too.
Yep.
There's not a single bike that they came out with and I was like, not for me. Like, they build bikes that they would ride, and that's why I love them.
There's so many out there. Big dogs only choppers. I mean, there's just so many fucking rad. That dude Bako that just won the People's Champ or whatever. That dude Hunter that was in it.
Yeah.
There's just so many like unfucking believable, super crazy high level builders that like the one to rule them all. It's not the OCC days and Jesse James and all that. You know what I mean? Like they're still the pillars of the industry for that time frame, but I don't know. I don't think there's like one guy. You know what I mean? Because who knows what Indian Larry would be doing if he were still around? You know what I mean?
Right. And he was one of the guys, and mad respect to Larry, he built bikes throughout that period that all those other bikes sucked. But
Yeah.
he was building cool choppers through that time too.
He was building
like
cool
D-rake,
choppers.
skinny tires.
Yeah. Right. He didn't want 20 over front end and little skinny tires and shit. He says it in all the, the documentaries. He made bikes that go fucking fast and again, don't break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just that's to me the sign of a real builder, a real craftsman, especially somebody who does it like full time. That stuff blows my mind. You know what I mean? The fit and finish and the way that they go about things, and that it's bulletproof and it doesn't break down and the paint doesn't fuck up and all that shit. So yeah, long-winded answer.
If you could Professor Shovelhead. All right, we got a doctor in the comments here.
Oh, shit.
If you could only have one Harley engine forever, which one and why?
Evo.
Really?
Yeah, Evo. Yep. I thought about this today. I fucking love a panhead. I really do. I love a panhead and I love a Jenny. I really do. Evo. It's got to be Evo. For one, I've got it tattooed on my arm, but for two, it's an Evo. That's my favorite. I'm Evo till I die, for sure.
I think they're the best engines. They're not the best looking, but best riding engines, easiest to service and most bulletproof. But I said Jenny. I think it's so cool that they have that short year range. I think it's the best looking. I think the Jenny shovel looks better than a panhead, better even than a knucklehead. Knuckleheads look fucking sick, but nothing looks tougher than a Jenny, dude. And I have one, and I'm hard right now.
Yeah,
just thinking about it.
That's genuinely how I feel about the panhead too. But if you were like, listen, you can only have one motor, you can only run one for the rest of your life, and it has to be Harley brand, it's got to be Evo for me.
Yeah. Evos have treated me very well.
Yeah.
But I'd still go with the Jenny because I just love the way that it looks. If I can only have one, I'm going to go with that and get really good at repairing it.
Right. Yeah.
Slumlord 96. Ooh, I almost said 69 and you got me there. Slumlord. If you listen to music when you ride, what are your top 3 riding songs? I do listen to music when I ride. I like listening to music.
When I'm solo, I do too.
Yeah, solo. Not when you're in a group. I think that's kind of irresponsible. You got to be able to hear your buddies' bikes and shit.
I'm okay with the one earbud or whatever. You know what I mean? If you got one earbud in, you can still hear your own motorcycle. You can still hear if I'm going, hey. You know, you can
I only do one even when I'm solo riding.
Same.
Usually,
I want to hear my bike.
I want to be able to hear my bike because that's how you know when something's wrong.
Right. So to get to your question, I don't necessarily have a top 3 songs, but when I'm riding, I don't listen to hardcore and punk and stuff. I feel like the high end, the cymbals and all the treble and stuff gets cut out because of all the wind noise, so you can't really fucking hear it anyways. So usually on the bike, I'm going with like Outlaw Country or like The Doors or something. You know what I mean? Something that I can
Okay.
hear the singer for sure, and there's not a lot of guitar and gain and drums and shit to drown it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, I don't know. I kind of like that to be in that headspace and that kind of vibe while I'm riding too. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
unless I'm like riding somewhere with a purpose and I'm pissed off or whatever, then yeah, fuck it. I'll put on some heavy shit. But
If I'm pissed off, I'm usually listening to like some hateful, 90s rap. But most of the time I listen to more chill shit. I listen
yeah,
to uh, like blues stuff. I listen to, rock, like
yep,
softer rock, 60s, 50s rock. That type of shit is my
yep.
jam. I
Towns
love
Van
I love
Zant,
that. Yeah, dude, there's
fucking.
there's such great music like in the 60s, like not
Mhm.
the pop stuff, just a really great era for rock and roll, and that's probably my primary genre when riding.
Yeah, same. Yeah, like 60s folk almost, I would say. That kind of like Blaze Foley, John Prine, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I was gonna say John Prime is a big one. A lot of that underground stuff is just
Yep.
that's the shit right there,
Yep.
because it's cruising music. You're having a good time. The sun's out. Like you're listening to these old timey guys singing about shit, like girls and whatever,
Mhm.
love. It's nice.
Yeah. The
You
Doors
just
is a classic for me, is a go-to for sure. I
yeah,
love The Doors. That and
yeah,
that kind of stuff. Any of those songs, their big hits can come on while you're riding a chopper and it fits.
yeah. True, true. Yep. But it's good to have a good mix. So
Yeah.
my my other recommendation would be to discover new music when you ride. So go to Spotify and just find like a playlist in whatever genre you want and just listen to some new shit. You know. But I work all year, like when I'm during the winter months and stuff, like when I'm not riding, I build playlists for chopper season when I'm
Mm.
riding. So all winter long, I'll create a playlist that has 100 fucking songs on it, and then that's what my track for the summer. I
Yeah.
listen to it like the same playlist over and over again on shuffle.
Yep.
All right, I think this might be our last one. Sammy Kristoff again. Second question. How bad could it be if your lifters stick every once in a while and your push rods tick real bad, but then randomly goes away?
So, um, this was Sammy, right? Is this? I forget what he's building for Idle Hands. I'm assuming he's referring to his Idle Hands build, and I can't remember if he's doing a Harley or not. Um, but either way, um, if your lifters are ticking because they're getting stuck, I would recommend, depending on how difficult it is. I mean, fuck it, run it because it's a chopper. But I would recommend taking those lifters out. I'm
Hmm.
assuming you have hydraulic lifters and clean them
It
up.
randomly goes away, but it's not always randomly going to go away. It's
Right.
indicative of an issue. Like
Yeah.
ticking and sticking is bad in an engine.
Yeah, for sure. I would at least take those lifters out, send them in some oil in a Ziploc bag or something overnight. You know, clean them up, a little bit of gray Scotch, right? Maybe nothing that's going to remove any material. And just see, you might have like some varnished oil and shit in there that's causing it to stick a little bit. Just clean it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do
Yeah, it might
some,
randomly go away when it heats up, and the
yeah,
oil, I don't know. It could be a bunch of things, but I
do
would
an
say
oil
like
change. Could be a
it's not,
bent push rod, but it depends on your engine. You hit me up.
yeah,
Hit me up on the side and let me know kind of what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with
yeah.
like a Sportster engine or whatever. If you're dealing with some sort of like dual overhead cam fucking
Honda,
Honda something or other,
Honda and
I don't.
Yamahas. Yeah, we
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
won't
in theory
do
of
help.
operation wise, I'll get you where you need to go. But yeah, it
Yeah,
depends on what you got going. If it's only one lifter that's sticking and you can tap
he
it
has a
with a wrench
stable of
and
bikes, dude. So it could be a lot of different
right.
bikes.
So yeah, let me know which one you're referring to. And if I can't give you an answer, if we can't get you an answer, we'll get you to somebody who does have the
Yeah.
answer.
All right. Did I miss any? Sometimes Instagram's
Um,
weird like that.
Oh, I've got Silver City. What is the one place you would love to ride, either in the U.S. or world? And will Carmen Sandy Dildo make an appearance at Deadbeat? If Carmen's not there, something went wrong.
Sandy. Oh, Carmen's going to be there and going to be passed along.
Hell yeah. One place I would like to ride is Ireland. I would love to ride Ireland into Scotland and shit. Huh?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, I've kind of thought about this recently, and I don't really know why, but I think it'd be kind of fun to. I moved around a lot as a kid, army brat and shit. I think it'd be fun to ride a bike through all my old neighborhoods and like my old haunts, my old spots. You know what I mean? See my old houses if they're still there, my old school and the neighborhoods, and you know what I mean, and just kind of do that. Go revisit some old ghosts. I think that'd be kind of cool as far as like a U.S. trip. But also, Sturgis is very high on my list. And even my wife has seen some shit on Instagram and was like, we should do Sturgis next year. And I'm like,
we should do Sturgis.
Fucking say less. So
we should do Sturgis.
Yeah.
I've never been. It looks like so much fun. And it's a bucket list thing, so I got to do it.
Yeah.
That's the next one I want to go to. The other place that I seriously am considering going is the
EDR.
El Diablo run next year. It's the last one.
Yeah.
I'd get to do a ride across the U.S. and then down into Mexico, which Mexico so far, of everywhere I've been in the world, I've been around the world in a lot of different countries, and Mexico is by far my favorite place in the world. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely lawless, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, and Mexico's incredible. For sure.
Tequila Modelo's, just like crooked, confederales and fucking that you can just like pay off. Like, I love it. And it's like my favorite type of climate is desert and beach. And they got those, dry heat and then sandy shores with dolphins and shit.
And they got the Yucatan Peninsula. You got like forest and shit. Like, oh man, yeah.
Mexico is fucking huge, dude. But like, I spent quite a bit of time in like northern Mexico, and it's northern to like I've gone probably like to the midway point. I've never been down to like Mexico City or anything, but I'd love to do the EDR trip. I'm really seriously considering figuring out how I can make that happen. And just riding in Mexico. I never ridden in Mexico. I used to drive all over the fucking place, and it's beautiful. But that would be beautiful to be able to ride down there and spend some time. You said Ireland. I would love to do that too. I think it's gonna suck on a motorcycle. It rains a lot, but it would still be fucking beautiful. Europe. You can actually do that, circumvent Ireland in a week. Because it's so small, you can drive.
Yeah, it's in Ireland.
All across.
Yeah, Wales, England, Scotland, and then Ireland. Yeah, I think that would be really cool to do those, and just kind of ride out in like the boonies in the country. You know what I mean? Ride the counties. Yeah, I also think it would be really cool. I know it's been done recently. That dude went out into Afghanistan, but I think it'd be cool to ride. I've ridden motorcycles in like Dubai in Abu Dhabi, but to do choppers would be, I don't know. It's a lot of sand. A lot of fucking sand.
You gotta have you can't be running the velocity stack out there.
That's a velocity stack, and
I don't even know if you can run a Harley out there, dude.
Yeah.
Air-cooled engine.
Yeah, that's true. That's the hottest place I've ever been in my whole fucking life. So yeah, maybe.
I don't think the Panhead would appreciate that too much.
No, I'll take a Goldwing out there or something, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's it for me. There's one other one on here that I got to do because it's a fucking great reference. The Taco Heart. He says, I got two things to fucking say. Stay the fuck away from my fucking late model Ironheads. And do you have any fucking late model Ironheads? Do you get that reference, Rhino? Two rules, boys. Stay away from my fucking Percocets. And do you have any fucking Percocets? It's from the movie. It's from the movie Goon. Goon.
Oh,
Stifler, the dude who played Stifler
and
Justin Long, and it's It's if you like the Dude Where's My Car, the really stupid.
I love Dude Where's My
slapstick,
Car.
If you haven't seen Goon, you need to.
That's one of my favorite comedy movies.
What, Goon?
No, Dude Where's My Car.
Oh, it's very Dude Where's My Car-y. And I mean, it's
okay,
Stifler from American Pie, so it's like it lands anyways. You know what I mean? But it's all like
just
the
dumb
dude's
comedy.
The dude's trying out for a hockey team, and of course, they're from Boston or Boston area. And the kid, Justin Long, who's like this dude's lifelong buddy's going, pick 69, it'd be fucking hilarious. Pick number 69. Like, it's wicked stupid, like slapstick, immature comedy, but it's fucking hysterical. And Liev Schreiber plays like the main bad guy, and he's the shit.
Dude, I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Oh, dude, fucking great. That's a quote. The Percocet thing is a quote from one of the guys on the team.
Okay.
Fucking hysterical. You have any fucking Percocet? So I just wanted to get that one out there. That was a great reference, dude. Thank you for that.
Yeah, dude, I haven't had Percocet in a long time. They don't give that shit out. They used to give it away like candy.
Yeah, dude. No, thank you.
Fucking anymore? That was the last one?
Huh?
That was the last one?
I think there might be a couple more, but we're at 2 hours. I don't know how far you want to go here.
I don't know why they're hiding comments from me.
Let me see. If I find anything else, I'll just rifle through it real quick. Where Have All the Diggers Gone by Iron Mule. I feel like you never see him anymore. Everyone's on a sporty chop. It's time to bring back
there was some that I remember.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, my man. I'm painting one for you. Built by one Clay Crick. Thing's sick. So
yeah, diggers are awesome, dude. I don't think I'd ever build one myself.
Not my thing.
Not my thing.
Cool as shit. Love them. But
I definitely would. I can afford to look at one, but I can't afford to build one.
Yeah, for sure. I love the fact that it's like you're taking a chopper and you're making it super angular and aerodynamic and fast and whatever. You know what I mean? That's sick. But it's not just the super stretched out goosenecky look. It hasn't quite hit for me yet. Maybe it will. So there was that one. Porky's Custom Cycle Paint. When you said the show is going to be like a carnival, did you mean it's going to be the gathering of the juggalos, but with choppers? Yes, fucking exactly.
Have you ever been to a gathering?
I've never actually been to the gathering.
I've never been, but I've heard great things.
Yeah. No, we'll have Bud Light instead of Faygo.
They look nasty, dude. I mean, I've seen them.
Of course.
They look grimy as fuck. I think it would be fun, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going for. Yeah. We're going for fucking Juggalo meets Chopper for sure. It'll be fun as fuck.
I'm not a fan of ICP either. Their music is not my thing.
There's one or two songs that I thought were really funny and memorized as a kid, but it's The Great Malenko is the only album I've ever listened to.
What was it? Derek made that Juggalo thing.
Dude, and
it came out great, so I put it out because he even had the River City Ransom shirt and shit.
Yeah.
But I put that out and people were like sending references about juggalos, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I am actually not a juggalo. I would not paint my face like a clown and go to a gathering. I'd go to a gathering and just to check it out because it looks so
for
weird.
Sure. We got one more here. Dustin Slow, regular size hot dogs, foot long hot dogs, or brats. That's tough. I fucking love me a brat, but
I love a brat.
I fucking love a brat.
Miss me with those foot long hot dogs though, dude.
I don't need a foot long. I'll eat.
That doesn't even fit in the bun.
Over this weekend, I had like 4 hot dogs at a rip, and I'm really into Hebrew National hot dogs right now. They're so fucking goddamn good, dude. Holy shit. If you don't know, now you do.
I was looking at a hot dog steamer. I was thinking about picking it up for Deadbeat. I love a steamed hot dog.
Do them over the fire, dude.
Steamed hot dog is so good, though. I like a nice wet dog.
I like a nice
right down the throat, bro.
Oh, I want it to be charred a little bit on the outside. I don't even want to use my
teeth. I don't want to expend any energy. I just want to slide it right down my throat, no chewing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to steam it for that.
What? Sorry. There is at least 1 or 2 more. If you could, The Man Who Wanders again. If you could try a substance completely risk-free one time, what would it be? Mine would be DMT. I know there's no real risk of you like dying, but there's a lot of risks of shit happening up in here, and that scares the fuck out of me, but I think I could probably benefit from it. So if I knew, like, hey, you're not going to actually get lost in the abyss and fucking succumb to all of your bullshit in your head, then that's what I would do. I have no interest. I have no interest in heroin. I have no interest whatsoever.
If it's
with or without the
risk-free,
fentanyl. Huh?
Yeah.
No,
If it's risk-free?
No, dude, I don't want something that's gonna fucking. Have you seen someone when they take heroin? They're like,
oh yeah,
fucking. No, dude, I don't want to do that shit. I would naturally say cocaine, but I can't. I've already done that. So like, I know, I love it. It's awesome, but I don't do it anymore because they put fentanyl in that shit too. But like, I don't want up. I want up. I want to be. I don't want to slow down and be fucking.
Actually, I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna do fentanyl. I want to just fold in half and drag my forehead like across the asphalt and walk around. You know?
Nah, fuck that, dude. I have.
Or can it be like Pac, dude?
Those videos are so good.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm
gonna go on a fender bender.
Yeah. Hui Motor Co. Choppers are rad. That's easy. But if you had to pick a new motorcycle, what would you choose and why? I would do the Gray Ghost, the new one, the new Gray.
Which
Ghost.
one?
It's the Gray Ghost. It's a
brandy new one.
Yeah, if I had to pick a brandy new one, it'd either be the Gray Ghost or one of those new lowrider RSTLNE, whatever the fuck they're called.
So not a chopper, but a different kind of bike. He's saying.
You just said, but if you had to pick a new motorcycle,
a new one. Choose? Okay.
Yeah, not a chopper.
Yeah, just get the most expensive one that they sell.
Yeah,
a Harley. I'd get
$100,000
Harley that they sell.
Yeah,
and then I'd ride that around. I bet it's really comfortable and has like good sound system and shit, good suspension.
Yeah. Man Who Wanders, is the chopper scene in a better place now or back in the day?
Back in the day,
I wasn't there back in the day, but it had to have been better because there was less rules and you.
I bet it's with the internet and stuff. I bet it's better now because you connect with people all over the place. You know, like things like our platform and Instagram and Chicken Rick and all these guys. They kind of bring the community together. I bet it's way bigger than it ever has been. So I'd say it's probably best now.
I think it's amazing. I think I like all the time. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, thank God I'm here for this. Like for this time period that you and I are here doing this silly show in a time where we can do the idle hands thing and that can potentially turn into something really cool. And we happen to be in this exact moment in history and time where we can partner up with Harley to do this. You know what I mean? It's just like I feel that luck all the time. I know I call it no luck, but that's the kind of shit. And I feel the same way about like hardcore and shit. Right now, it's such a fucking cool time in punk and hardcore, especially in Boston. So it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to change much, if anything, about what's going on. I would just like to eliminate all my obligations.
To be the best ever, you know, like the quality of the people that are in this scene or whatever the fuck you call it, you know, like the people that go to shit, they actually go to shit, actually ride their bikes, actually build shit. It's available. Here's the other thing. It's available to people that didn't have the knowledge, you know, like I wouldn't be in it back in the day because I need YouTube to do shit. I need the access to the internet to get I'm able to do what I do, not because I had a gray beard. And I wish I had that upbringing. I wish I had a dad that wrenched on shit. And then I had a gray beard that taught me all the secrets. And I wish I came, but I didn't have that opportunity. So I wouldn't be a part of it. And I'm glad that I am. And I bet there's 1,000 motherfuckers that look just like me that had the same experience. And I'm glad to have you guys all here. And I think that we're teed up to be better than ever. You know, like the quality of the people, the quality of the bikes, the stoke meter is fucking high, dude. Like things like the Idle Hand show, you know, call me what you may, but I think it's the coolest thing ever, you know? Like, I think it's just the coolest thing ever. And if it hits, I think it'll be the biggest thing ever, and it'll bring people together and challenge people and could be something fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's going to get cooler before it gets less cool.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's probably one or two more in there, and thank you guys so much.
We didn't get to it. I'm sorry, guys, but 2 hours. You guys crushed it on the questions. Thank you.
Crazy. If we didn't answer it, hit us up individually or on the side or whatever. We'll absolutely get you an answer.
We didn't do it intentionally. Blame Instagram.
No.
I don't know why
all jumbled up.
Shit. It's all jumbled. And I didn't even see those. They weren't even in my list. I came to the bottom. There wasn't even like see hidden responses. So
yeah, straight. Oh, I didn't even check that either. So there might have been some of those in there too. So if we didn't get you, we apologize. We'll obviously do more of these. These are so fucking fun.
Yeah. I try to do them every like 3 months or so, you know?
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
Me and Dan are hungry. We're going to go eat some cheeseburgers or something. Maybe kick up maybe get naked and crawl into bed. I don't know. Or maybe I'll try that out tonight.
You should try it. It's really good for your nuts. What?
It's fucking hot tonight too. So
yeah, it's hot.
All right, everybody's thinking about my naked body. Until next week, Lowlives, get in the fucking garage, get in trouble, have fun, and never stop chopping.
Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is about grassroots motorcycle riders who take it upon themselves to build and customize their bike. They offer parts for all Harley-Davidson models and also custom parts for choppers, bobbers, trackers, and cafe racers. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter Lowlife at checkout and save some loot. Stay Strong Co. Sean Luke has been sent down from the heavens to bless us Lowlifes with the greatest motherfucking hot sauce in the world. Sweet heat baby Jesus in the white pants heralds a message from God himself. This hot sauce is for your food. Keep it off your butthole. The shits, and the hotter than hellfire Lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Oxford Co. Choppers. Chris is the original bad boy from Oxford, Connecticut. From frame restoration and repair to handlebars and hardtails. Hard parts for hard men. His hardtails are expertly TIG welded and installed in-house. Made of USA-made steel, cast axle plates, he is your man for the hardest shit to hit the East Coast since Hurricane Bob. Find him on Instagram at oxfordco.choppers. Steel City Blacksmithing. Josh specializes in handcrafted steel work right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anything from custom motorcycle parts to hammers and tomahawks. Don't get it twisted. If it can be twisted, he's twisting it. Check him out at steelcityblacksmithing.com today. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. That's why we call him the Metric Man. Drum disc brakes, mid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication job, weld repair, upholstery, or even maintenance. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com.